Alright, Shalom. First off, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakadash. Double honors to apostles and elders up in Great Millstone who rule well, who taught us his truth, innocence, and peace and salutations to all the occupants out there pushing this word and truth and sincerity. It's your brother Ganan from the DC camp coming back at you with another hit. And Lord's will, I'm going to just get on the 2/3, because the 2/3 is what you want to call holding up progress, man. Because, the hopeful elect, us brothers that's out here in America and scattered across the four corners, we out here suffering, man. And we want to get the hell up out of this place, So what the 2/3 is doing is indulging on the philosophy of America, and which is completely forbidden of the scriptures. Because in Jeremiah the 10th chapter, let's jump to Jeremiah real quick. This is Jeremiah 10 and verse 1 actually. It says, "Hear ye the word which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen." And I'm going to stop right there because that's the point. Our Lord, our power said, learn not the way of the heathen. We're not supposed to learn their ways. What is the ways of the heathen? Is that Jesus doctrine, Allah doctrine, all these other doctrines that had nothing to do with our power, which is what? Breaking the first commandment. Put no idols or idolize none other than the Lord, roughly paraphrasing. But putting nothing over the Lord. And these characters like Jesus, Allah, they are strong delusions of our people, the 2/3, because they indulge, they drunk of the cup of America. They drunk of the cup of the philosophy of the Edomites, the Hamites, the Ishmaelites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, whatever the case may be. The 2/3 of our people are the reasons that the Israelites are under these other nations. You see? And they're still doing it today. I'm going to read Jeremiah again. Jeremiah 10 and 2. It says, "Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the sounds of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." Right? You can't simply be of the heathen, man. Right now, we serving our enemy, and the scriptures tell you what? To never trust your enemy. So you're not supposed to trust in this devil, and you damn sure not supposed to learn his ways. So what the 2/3 of the nation of Israel need is destruction, man. And we saying that out of love, man. The reason what sparked this video, just to give a quick testimony, is just how I was at a stoplight, and a little girl, man, that's just a baby, probably like 9 years older than my child, and I'm a young man myself, so she appeared to be a dyke or a butch or whatever you call him. She thinks she's a boy promoting for her basketball team, but she's just a little kid, man. She don't know. She got hit with that strong delusion, in which I'm going to get into that. But I want to pull, before I get that, Sirach. This is Sirach 3 and 24. It says, "For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment." Right? So many are deceived by their own vain opinion. They think that their opinion matters, man. They think that they can say what they're going to be when they're going to be it. They feel like they can alter what creation already created. The creator's already created. They have turned things upside down from the way that it's supposed to be, man. And our people have followed the heathens in that way, man. That is an evil suspicion that overthrown their judgment, man. A woman thinking that she can be a man. That's an evil suspicion, man. And their judgment has been overthrown. They're reprobates, man, void of judgment. I'm going to read that again. This is Sirach 3 and 24. It says, "For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment." The word deceived is like lied to, man. They fell for a deception, in which we have not fallen for, the elect, through the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. And I'm going to get why. 1 second. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 Second Corinthians, chapter 2, verse 11. It says, "Lest Satan get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." And the brothers, the water and the DC camp always go into that. The word devices meaning your plan, your playbook, so to speak. And we're not wicked. I mean, we're not ignorant, meaning uneducated, meaning we know what to expect. Why? Because the scriptures say that the Most High revealeth his secrets unto the servants, the prophets, man. There ain't nothing that we don't know because it's all in the wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures. That's how we're able to withstand in this evil day, pursuant to Ephesians the 6th chapter. That's the reason why we're able to withstand and understand, because our eyes haven't been blinded like the 2/3. The 2/3 eyes been blinded, and the Lord has left them out, man. He's opened our eyes because we was once dead too, but he's opened our eyes so that we can see. And he had blinded their eyes, pursuant to Isaiah. This is Isaiah 6:9. It says, "And he said, Go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of them." This is what's happening to the 2/3 right now, man. They hearing because they got 2 ears on their head, but they're not grasping it. Why? Because how the Most High is doing it. The scripture says, surely the Most High has a power to hide of himself. Surely our power is a power to hide of himself. How is he hiding himself? Through us. One way he's doing it is through us. Because he's stretching forth his hand, and no man is regarding it, because who is he stretching forth his hand? The scriptures say that he have chosen the foolish things of this world, or the weak things of this world, to confound the wise, or to confound the strong. And we are the so-called foolish. We are the so-called weak. Or else he'd have had Jay-Z, Kevin Hart, all these top prominent people, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, all of these prominent people of our nation. He had them bring out the truth. But he's having us, man, just regular 9 to 5 Joe Schmoes in the street. So everybody's like, how would they get the truth? So that's the way that the 2/3 is blind from it, because the scriptures say that a prophet is without honor in his own city. So just like they did Yahweh Shah, where they said, man, is this Mary and Joseph the carpenter's son? How can he be the son of the Most High? And the scriptures say that the servant is not greater than his master. The same thing our master went through is the same thing we're going through now. It's the same exact thing that we're going through now. Because the servant is not greater than his master. So just like it came out of Yahweh Shah's mouth, it's coming out of our mouth, and they not getting it. I'm going to pull this scripture. Brothers know where I'm going. Brothers in the DC camp know what I'm about to get. This is Sirach 13:23. It says, "When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look, what he saith, they extol it to the clouds." Right. So the scriptures say, when a rich man speaketh, the people give their ear, man. Everybody, shh, Barack Obama speaking. Don't talk. You know what I mean? Like, that's how they are, man. And then whatever he say, they extol it to the clouds, man. Martin Luther King said this, so it gotta be true. Such and such said this, so it gotta be true. That's what they looking for. A rich man. That's what our nation is looking for. Our nation are faithless people, man. They're hopeless people. They're hopeless people, man. Because they need something flashy to see to believe it. They don't have faith, man. Back in Sirach, it says, "But if a poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this?" Like, man, who the fuck is that? How would he know? How he know more than me? I grew up with him. How did he know more than me? And if he stumbled, they will help to overthrow him. So say if Jake go off on a quick breakdown, still no majority of what he's talking about, just went off, unlearned, need to go back to the drawing boards. There, just like back when we first came in, those Avenger cats, man, looking for any little thing that a man can do, and they exploit it. any little thing, and they exploit it. You see? So that's another way that the 2/3 is being blinded, man. That's the way that the 2/3 is being blinded. So I'm gonna get back to Isaiah. Just Isaiah 6:9. It says, and he said, "Go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their hearts, and convert and be healed." And the word "lest" means for fear. So when it says "lest they be able to do these things," then they will, the understanding will be able to come upon it. So if the understanding, the Spirit of the Lord, the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit was dealing with these people, then they will understand what we're saying, and then they will, by the scriptures, they will have the chance of salvation. But clearly, that's not what the Most High want. That's why it says "less," meaning for fear. You see. So that's why what needs to happen to the 2/3 is complete desolation, man. Because our people going off being so young and homosexuals, they have no idea what they're doing. They have no idea what they're doing. Evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment. This is 2 Thessalonians 2:7. It says, "For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work." And the mystery of iniquity, the mystery meaning something hard to find, and the mystery of iniquity, iniquity is sin upon sin. So the mystery of the sin upon sin doeth already work. It's already in motion, man. It's working. It's going out. It says, "Only he now letteth will hear until he be taken out of the way. And then shall the wicked be revealed." You know, so hold on. It says, "Only who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way," until the Most High take this wicked man down, man. Esau, the so-called white man. You know, until the Lord take him down. It says, "And then shall the wicked be revealed." Then you're going to know, man. When all hell break loose, then you're going to know. Then you're going to know. You know? It says, "Whom Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming." Then you're going to know who destruction is for. And once you find that out, you're going to find out if you're a 2/3 or not. You're going to hearken unto the scriptures. You're not going to take the microchip. And you're going to be in that spirit of Mattathias, man. When he was dying, where he tell his sons, be zealous for the law, man. You know? It says, "Even him whose coming is after the work of Satan, with all power and signs of with all Salakia." It says, "Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness, and them that perish because they receive not the love of the truth, that might be that they might be saved." Right. You know, because that's talking about the 2/3 of the ones that was deceived, lied to. They fell for the lie, man. And it says deceivableness of unrighteousness, and now people have fallen unto unrighteousness, man. They fallen unto the way of unrighteousness. Righteousness was void of them, man. Verse 11, it said, hold on. It says, "And them that perish because they receive not the love of the truth." Right. The 2/3 didn't receive the love of the truth, man. That they might be saved. Because salvation was not unto them. Just like when we was going into it in Isaiah 6:9. It's the same thing, man. It's the same thing. I'm going to read verse 11. It says, and for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusions, that they should believe a lie." And that's what's happening to the 2/3. The Most High have sent them strong delusions, that they may believe a lie, man. Believe that you can make your own decisions. Believe that you can do your own thing, man. Do as thy will. When you believe that, the Lord allowed you to be fooled with this strong delusion, man. That they should believe a lie. That they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. Right. So everybody that's having pleasure in unrighteousness and will not, and that is refusing the truth, all of you going to receive damnation, man. So the same thing that's coming to these heathens, the same thing that coming for you so-called white man, Esau, Edom, the 2/3 is going to be taken apart right along with them. So the 2/3 just need to go, man. Just need to go, man, because what we looking for is the kingdom, man. And you holding up progress. So Lord's willing, that was a edifying, and that encourage. If you're not in this truth, if you're not doing the work, but you believe that you need to get up and get out there and let's do this work and get up out of here, man. So whomever that may be, Lord's will, before Lord's will come to you. You know, but with that, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Wakakadash, double honors to our apostles and elders in Great Millstone, and a sincere peace citation to our little Akim that's pushing his word in truth and in sincerity, and the ones that's out there laboring, you know, and going head strong against wickedness. Hey, Shalom.